Alrighty, and hello, and welcome everybody to episode 3 of the Satisfactory Let's Play, where last episode we left off by completing Tier 1 and getting the base building, the logistics for the splitters and mergers, and the lifts, and the MAM, along as well as the map, unlocked, and we are ready to dive into the part assembly, solid biofuel, a decent basic power factory, and then mostly the resourcing can go into logistics too, so I don't really touch jump pads, so I won't be really focusing on those. Also hoping to do a little bit of exploration, maybe in this episode, and or wait for trucks, possibly, to go and adventure and find some drop pods, even though I do know that there are some crash sites, and I do know that there are some drop pods that are close by. So we'll just have to see about that when that comes. But in the last episode, to catch anybody up on episode 3, we set up some basic automation for concrete, for plates and rods, basic iron setups that aren't well efficient yet, and some basic copper wire and copper cable. Now, a great way to start, because we're going to be tearing a lot of this down, but we're going to be keeping the concrete going because I know I'm going to need that a lot, and we'll keep the iron plates for the time being because that is going to be used in a lot of the foundations as well. Additionally, we will need a lot of copper cable and copper wire, but we shall see whether or not I need to actually worry about that, because that is a lot that we already have and should be good. So first things first, let's go ahead and get the rods one shut down. We'll go ahead, if I can get up here, and we will extend the factory's floor, the base floor that we are working on now, and I'll leave that alone as I kind of mentioned. And we need to get this line up and running again, which would be nice if we actually unlocked the obstacle clearing. So let's go ahead and get that in there, and we'll try to get the screws made and quickly unlock the solid biofuel. That way we can go ahead and fill up the biomass burners here with those so that they last a little longer until we get that basic biomass burner factory going, so that we can get a power plant in place. And then eventually work our way up to coal, which is still a little ways away. I believe that's in the phase 4 or tier 4, and we're inside one of those milestones. So we'll have to wait until we get to there. But for now, we're just going to handcraft some of these screws, just dink our way up to 500 of them, and start working on this obstacle clearing that we need to do, and get some solid biofuel. 500 screws is a lot. Wish I wasn't quite OCD about putting down the factory floor first, but I would like to get that in place before starting to put together some screws. Some screw factories, just all the basic factories to get started with, and just work on that. That's the primary focus. Getting a factory and a decent power plant up and running. Alright, so we got 500 screws. Very nice. And skadoosh.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel created from any biomass ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage.
Okay.
Additionally, your pocket dimension has been
Chainsaw.
inflated to
We're gonna need
increase inventory
screws.
size.
Surprise,
Inspirational
surprise.
note: will you be the FICSIT Employee of the Month?
Yes, Ada.
You could be if you construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating
Exploit
all
we
obstacles
shall.
to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated fun.
I am okay with that, Ada. I think that's enough for the chainsaw. I'm wrong. It takes 160. It's a lot of screws for a chainsaw. I don't even know if a chainsaw IRL would have that many screws, if I'm being honest. One chainsaw coming right up. Very nice. So let's also go ahead and grab all of this biomass. And what I wouldn't mind doing is actually defining a location to set up the biomass factory, which I may extend to have be up here on this level. Perhaps. Let's go ahead and extend this out. Extend this out. Grab this pleating. Grab this here. Grab this here. Grab this here. Grab this here. And I think I'll go ahead and remove this and get that set up as well. And in case you guys haven't been familiar with the build mode already, to change a build mode, you can hit R or you can hold it and you get this radial menu, but zoop. That's probably the greatest tip that I can tell you with building, is if you're not zooping, you're not building, you're not booping. All right. Okay, so let's see if we could go ahead and get these miners still placed on here. And don't worry, if you can't place it down, and you see you can't place it down, you definitely can. You just have to go ahead and look at the node while it's kind of like showing and on top of the foundations you want to place it on, and then you should be fine. Just go ahead and place it back down again. So we'll go ahead and do that and set those up to go back in the same direction here. Or I could face them towards each other and then branch them out. Guess we'll see how that looks. That might work. Let's go ahead and face those towards each other. Maybe that'll even get them in alignment with each other too, since they aren't really aligned really enough, but they are almost aligned. It looks off, but is it? I don't think it is. I think I'm just seeing things, but I think that's gonna end up being too close to really work on. So let's just go ahead and work on this. And we might keep this in mind. Give us a little bit of room. Maybe. Change my mind. Let's just place it. Alright, so first things first. This is going to produce 60 per minute, which means we are going to need to start setting up a splitter into a few smelters and kind of get those set up. So what I would like to do there is actually probably figure out how I want to do this. Might even focus this to go that way. Oh, calm down, okay? I'm getting started. Let's work from this side. I don't know if this is going to line up, but we'll see. Okay, so that should be centered there. And if I did that, that's going to be a little in the ways there. I think that I need at least a square to work with, and I'll need to put just a splitter here or a merger and then send it this way. Or I can make a 120 line. I did not think about that. I could do that instead of setting these up on separate sides. but I don't have Mark II belts, so I can't do that yet. So let's not overthink it. Go ahead and get these back in place so that we aren't losing the production. Get this set up to hit the front line. And then get these set up. Get out the splitter. Set that up like so. Set this to straight mode. Set this to straight mode. And set this to straight mode. Come over here, grab that, flip that around. Oh, I need to put more foundations down. Okay. So we will place this here again, and here. So that should be relatively pretty in line. I don't know. Are these actually... I didn't know that. I thought they were actually off from each other, but they're not. Okay, so with power 1 poles, let's go ahead and set up a few of these. Set up this one here. This one here will connect to this. And then we shall set up... let's set up something like this. Connect you, connect you, connect you, connect you, connect you, connect you. And we'll have to see if that's going to become an issue, but we will go ahead and take a merger from here. Set you up like so. And go ahead and get those running here shortly. But now what we should end up with is the full 60 coming out of each one of these normal iron nodes and going into 2 of these smelters, which smelt at 30 per minute. So we'll be getting the max efficiency out of what we can out of these so far. And both of those will merge into a 60 line on either side of these. So now what we're going to need is we're going to need to set up some constructors and kind of get those up and going as well. Get those back to making rods and the plates. So let's see, let's think about this. If I set this back up to work here, could set that up like this. I think these will still place, they will. And then these need to make some iron plates, which is going to take 30, so I can run 2 of these off of 60. And I need to reinforce iron plates, of course. What am I missing? Screws. I know I'm going to end up needing more. I'm actually confused where my iron plates went, since I did deconstruct 2 constructors where that one kind of went off to, but maybe it was a merger or a splitter. Let's see. Nope. No idea at this time. So we shall set up another one of these. And what we are going to do is go to the splitter, make sure the direction is facing the right way. And I hate not having the blade runner for this reason here. And I think it also changes your height, because I feel like I am super small. There's no way these were this big. You know what? I know what it is. Why they look so big. I need to set this back to 100. And now it'll look a little better, but so we'll take this, split that. Set this up to plates, set this up to plates. Now you can also Control V while you're looking at this, or hit the copy settings, and you can just paste those on. So if this was, you know, unset and you had a whole line of those, you can actually just continue to do that, which I should do to these, making sure that they're all set to iron, and if any aren't, setting them. All right. So now that that is done, I need to set up the ones for the rods, which I think that this is correct placement here. Go ahead and set this up here as well. And rods are going to take only 15, so we can run actually 4 of these. Did I accidentally? I did. I didn't place this in the best position. Set those going that way. I hope that I set these facing the right direction too. I did. Okay. We're good. We are good. Okay, so I did already set those up. Set this up. Yep. And then I will need the splitter in case this gets expanded at another time. Pretty sure that I put a conveyor belt in there. Pretty sure I put one. I did. All right, let's start working on setting these to rods, setting those to rods, setting this to plates, setting this to plates. Then we shall also work on getting some more rods. So it's going to take screws. It's going to take 10. So what I should do is set up another few of these once we get some of that going. These are going to merge. And we will have those going probably this way. And I actually do want to make sure that we get this in the same-ish location. I think I said I was going to go this way just because of what's going to be made. And these are plates. They're going to just make plates just for now. And these will also go this way instead of outward. And this will go into a storage bin once I figure out how long this kind of platform needs to be. And I need to get those blade runners. So I believe what I said is that these are going to take 15. We have 60. So we could set up 2 more, I believe, of these, right? Yep, 2 more. Once we get the reinforced iron plates, we'll need 3 more reinforced iron plates. Very nice. And hopefully I'm doing something right here. Just getting some basic things set up. Okay, so need to set up 2 more of these facing this way. Go ahead and continue the manifold in this direction. Okay, so that will run the rest of this in the correct direction that it needs to, and should fill up all of these accordingly. So make rods here, make rods here. Why are you running? Why are you running? And just get this set up. So we'll also need a few more constructors to make the screws, which should be 3 more. So let's see how many reinforced iron plates we got. We got 1, so we need to make 5. Go to make the 5 that we need here. Okay, and let's go ahead and with these smelters, go ahead and fully load them with what I have in my inventory. So I don't have this in my inventory. And that way it'll start up even faster once it gets going. Set you up with iron plates, set you up with full iron plates. Set you up with partially full iron plates. Okay, now off of these 2 down here that will be making the rest, we're actually going to take this merger and continue it down. And I might even, I think I'll keep this in the direction it's going. Continue this way. You know, I got this chainsaw and I'm not even using it right now. Let's get some solid biofuel made to power up the chainsaw. A little bit of it, don't have to get a lot to start with. And oh, I guess I didn't let it do the pop out thing. But yep, and it's a little loud. So if you were curious, it's in this equipment volume. You could actually turn this down itself. So setting that down to probably 50 just to keep it lower, since it is a pretty loud piece of equipment. Now for the time being, I'm not going to cut down any of the fruit or edible, consumable related foliage. I believe in the last, or in the first episode, I said foliage, which is not what I meant to say. But anyway, go ahead and cut that one down, and we'll go in here, cut this one down, we'll cut this one down, we'll cut this one down. We're deforesting this, right? I mean, that's like the whole point FICSIT is here. We're here to not care for the environment. Go ahead and get this one. Thought your legs was a tree there, Mr. Bean. I was going to continue calling them Wally, but, you know, I kind of take it back. I like Bean. Bean makes sense. He's a giant, ugly coffee bean, looking like tick, giraffe, whale, penguin thingy. I don't see the penguin. I don't get that one. But maybe octopus with the way his legs look. Knock out a lot of these trees early on so we don't have to deal with them later. In doing so, we get us a bunch of wood, a bunch of leaves, and we'll be able to put that into a machine eventually, or a process where we just turn that straight into the biomass that we need, and into the solid biofuel, which will be our next power plant. So, very, very needed, very needed. And additional note, we aren't going to waste or trash or send any of this biomass into a awesome sink or anything like that, or anything else, because it is mostly a limited resource. Stuff doesn't really regrow, so whenever it comes to needing liquid biofuel and packaging that up later for later game jetpack fuel, you know, we're gonna want every bit of it. Go ahead and get this biofuel finished up. Let's grab this one by herself. Now, time for a biofuel plant, which, ooh, glad to see we have a lot of inventory space. That's very nice. Go ahead and take that one down as well. Take down the equipment. And let's see. Is there one of these that I can complete pretty easily with everything that I have on me now? Not a chance. Not really, anyway. But I will need this one. This one is needed, but I don't need it now. Grab this concrete. Then that would clip into there, so instead we will just use this. And I think it will be safe to do it from there. And until we don't... I'll actually take this out as well. Oh, I forgot about these miners. That is fine. Don't mind if I do. So I'll probably try to set up the basic biofuel generation over here. And what I'll probably do is actually make the floor a little higher, and to save on some of those resources, instead of doing this, I'll actually do that from here. We'll go from here. And so what we'll do is we'll see what kind of ramping situation we're going to need to get over all of that. So let's go ahead and grab this too. So we're barely going to clip there. I'm not sure I like that. So let's go ahead, switch to... I could do a 1 ramp and go up 3 instead. And that should work. Yep. Now that kind of makes sense. Maybe. It at least does for here for sure, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's go ahead and place down the hub again. Oh, I completely missed. There we go. So we will place down the hub again, and we will face it here in this direction. Go ahead and lock that in place. I like where that is, just for the time being. Maybe. There we go. That's what I want. Then I can finally put up a lot of the stuff that I have that I don't need. inventory right now. I do need those. Okay. Let's go ahead and come in here and start getting some more solid biofuel. Just enough to get the chainsaw running again. And to knock out the trees that are going to be the biggest problem. Yeah. There we go. That should be enough for now. And at least give me a good look on things for sure. I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, I can tuck it away over there. Now that I got the map, oddly enough, how do I have... I don't remember going over here. That's strange. Maybe that's leaking over from another play, but I have no idea why this here is uncovered and or this. I don't remember running in that direction and or going here. So, is what it is. So something that we'll probably do here is we could set up the fuel situation here. Fuel, the power. I'm not even close to fuel right now. I could also try to set it up where it is actually like up here instead. So I could take this here, get walls. It's gonna clip a little bit. You know, I'm not against that. Yeah, it's just gonna be a little bit there. But I could also just remove the need for that space. This space. And this space. And just end up with something like this. So my goal with this is to actually raise it up to go over the height of this here, and I think that should be about right. So we will take this and go up. Let's go 3. We'll leave 3 for the bottom floor down here for now. Then what we'll do is we'll see if that's just enough height, which it should be without a shadow of a doubt. And we'll use 2-meter foundations. to extend on this top side. I'm running out of plates, and that reminds me that I need to just boot that thing up already. I need the plates. Can't even do that. Okay, let's see. Since it got the height already, I'll add the walls back in later, but we're gonna need to kickstart this for now, and I'm still gonna end up needing more anyway, so let's go ahead and take this, have it a couple times, throw that back in there. Make these back, or just make them into the iron plates that we're going to need, which we'll need at least 30 to make 2 of those biomass gens, which hopefully should be enough power, but we'll be able to see that once we get everything connected as well. And I could add these onto the mix as well, so we'll see. Which reminds me that I actually have more machines to hook up, so let's go ahead and add you. I should be able to get you in here, no problem. Don't know why, but it doesn't like. Doesn't like my snapping today. Normally I don't have an issue with it, but it doesn't seem to care. Get those hooked up. That'll get us plates and rods going. Now I know that these also need it. So what we'll do here is we'll run this. Let's go ahead and skip straight to here and get you all set up as well. And max consumption is going to be 26. I believe that's everything set up and ready to go, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, looks like it. So let's go ahead and extend this back here just enough to fit 2 of these biomass burners. I'm encroaching. Actually, I'm not encroaching. What am I missing? I'm missing materials. Cool. Go ahead and turn the rest that I have in my inventory into these plates again. Delete this. Throw this in there. And just for what I need to do is go ahead and make some solid biofuel. Should be able to make 200 and split that 100 each for those so that they run for a decent time. Yeah, just keep that going. Not moving as quickly as I really kind of thought we would in these episodes, so it looks like maybe episode 4 or 5 is going to be where we'll be getting more to the other side of doing the exploration, getting out, grabbing some hard drives, and getting into that tier 4 stage of things. I don't really have a milestone objective right now, just going to get the basic fundamentals that are going to be needed just to move through those, set up and going. So I did say 100 for each, but let's see. This burns at 4 per minute. Ooh, that's not great, but capacity is 60 with 2 of these, and our consumption is 50. So we did pretty good there. Pretty decent. All this should be going well, and we will need plates. We will need plates. Iron plates. All right. Let's go back over to the other area where I have the other biomass gens that should just need kickstarted back up again, and these pale berries are ready to be picked. Grab the cable, grab the copper wire, which should be enough for a long little while, but no need to remove it and rip it out just yet. So we will go ahead and just take this biomass. Let's split it. All right, I am back from that. Might even cut that out of the episode. Who knows? I do have another one of those, don't I? We'll bring that into the loop somehow, eventually. Probably on the back side here, just doing another row of smelters, getting that set up. Oh yeah, that'd be why. So just go ahead and grab those there. Grab these conveyor belts. I did not place this correct. That is what I assume. Boop. And did I place this in the correct direction though? Don't think so. So now that should be 15 each, equaling back up to 60. So we have 60 per minute. Now I could just split it, send half into a container, and then the other half into making the screws, or I could just store all of this itself, and I'll turn the other one into making screws, and that might be what we start to do, but we shall see. We shall see. For now, though, should definitely get a storage bin set up on these so that we just have those storing while I'm kind of, figuring out what else to do. Invalid conveyor shape. I understand. Instant understanding that you just don't place things in the right position. So we'll set you there, Mr. Rods. And what we'll try to do for that later is just give us a way to get back into here later. Great placement. This is going to be directly in the center. So, oh boy. Okay, I can get out. We're good. Thought I was going to be drastically stuck. I'm not. So we're good. We're good. Do not threat. Do not. Whatever the right term is, I did not say it. Nope, that's wrong. Wait, that's wrong. Is it because... No? It's just because I put it in the center when it's not centered. That makes sense. Nah, we're golden. Okay, so now that we have the plates and the rods back up and going and in the right location here, I should probably set this back up for sure. Just probably get it running off of the biogens that are on the back here. I can finally fill that back in and fill you in. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and make some more concrete from whatever we have, and or I think we'll be able to just set it back up where it needs to go. So let's go ahead and get you back up and running. And so for now, what we'll probably do is just get a constructor set up right here. That should be plenty fine, because this is only going to mine 30 per minute, which is not enough to fuel this full time. So it's totally fine, totally fine. Yep, and we have the ability to do this. Pretty nice. Now, if I am correct, I think we'll have a little bit of power left from this line to use. Yeah, we have about 10. So with 10, that is taking up 4. And this is taking up 5. So we're going to be just enough to use this here, which I'm going to end up needing concrete for anyway, to build the power poles and just get it over there. That should be enough. So let's go ahead and grab the power pole here, or so I thought. Okay, I could grab one off of this, so we're going to do that. And what we'll probably do is route it this way down here, and we shall set this one here and get this one here and set those two up and ready to go. So with that backup up and running, we'll get some concrete going over here again. Much needed concrete is going to be an insanely crazy resource that we need a bunch of, but it's also a very abundant, or not abundant. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of limestone, so we'll have enough for sure. Fill back up on our cable over here. Definitely probably don't need to. I have quite a lot, but once we start stringing out some power lines, we're 100% going to need all that for sure. So Did I grab the concrete? I don't know if I grabbed the concrete. And if you guys are hearing the rain in the background, I kind of apologize. There is some storms going on tonight. Just keeping an eye on those, but they shouldn't be anything big. But good old Southwest Missouri, you never know. It could start snowing at any time. Who knows? Time to go grab some of these plates. Thought that was backed up. It wasn't. I did not see it moving. I was like, there's no way this is full. No way. Grab these rods. %, no reason to do what I'm doing. Not really, but we shall do it. Extended the pad, anyway. That's what I mean. And start getting you stored as well. I think it would be a good time to start looking at the milestone that we are going to go for next. Now, it doesn't look like the zip line is a part of tier 2. So let's go ahead. Let's go for this right here. Go ahead and throw in what we have. And now we're just going to need a bunch of screws and plates. So let's go ahead and get that set up. Just taking a quick second to look into a weather radar. No big deal. I mean, yeah, once it kind of reaches past 11 o'clock here, looks like we're going to be out of a lot of the thick of it anyway, so no big deal on the storm here, but just going to keep an eye on it, so just going to be active, but not as active. We'll see. These plates again, outputting a lot more plates than I was in the beginning. This is very nice. Let's go ahead and grab the miner Mark 1 and let's face those. If I really wanted to make this efficient, how could I strive for it? I could if I face it in the opposite direction. Well, I really hope that rain's not picking up, but if it is, we'll see what we can do here. But so if I face it this way, maybe. I think that's straight. So I could face it this way. Maybe we kind of just do what we did over here. Just continue straight, continue with this kind of plan. I don't know, actually. This is not a tough decision, but it's not 100%. Let's just make it simple then. Let's just continue to pull everything away from this wall. Go ahead and grab a lot of these resources here. And for now, since I need a lot of screws, I think what we should do is just go ahead and get this back up and running. That's what we should do. I need that biofuel generator, biofuel plant kind of up and running, but you know what? We're just going to have to stick with this for now. For now. Okay, now to make smelters. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. So this is going to make 60 per minute, which means I can run 2 smelters. And what I'll probably do is run those... could run them this way. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll run them this way and run it down and have a little bit of room in between here. I think that's what I'll do. I'll strive to do this. And I think that's what I did for these over here, is I kind of just made the front end sit right over the edge, or right before. Maybe I didn't. I set them up to be right on the edge, pretty much. Was it like this? No. Mr. Schmelter? What am I doing? Oh, that's because I'm looking at the... This is the front. This is the back. The back is... right there. So... I think that's correct. I think what I have now is correct. Now we'll have to think about getting around this. So maybe I turn this into the iron plates and this can all go into rods. I think that's what I'll do. Because that'll be easier for sure. Let's get a splitter. Get a belt running over here. Let's go grab some more concrete. I know where some concrete is. Look, there's a lot of it right here. Just checking up on the storm again. And looks like the storm is going to pick up, so I'm going to take a pause on this recording for now. Alrighty, while the storm has somewhat kind of declined, I'm back, hopefully. Still probably able to hear it a little bit, so hopefully it's not ruining the audio of the video, but if it is, then we'll just have to see how that goes. I did leave this world up and running a little bit, so there's probably some resources ready to be plucked, as well as just some biomass gens to refuel, because they're all off. Okay, so we're going to need those screws, which I don't have up and running, but we will. We will. So let's go ahead and grab whatever is around. And let's start on making this into more screws, or more iron rods, and then they'll become screws. So we'll make these into rods, these into rods, And then we shall continue to place this. Oh no, wait, I'm wrong. This. And this. Keep you going down the line here. That's not in line, right? I'm in the way, that's why. And then what we'll do, we'll connect these up here, these up here. These will make rods, these will make rods. Rods, 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 rods everywhere. All right. So, also just make sure that we have 100 ingots in the first one here. I don't think I have any other ones to worry about. But now I'll need just a few things. And I might be able to face it the other direction. So let's see. I do have a lookout tower that I could place. So let's go ahead and grab that here. And get on top of it. Can't do that yet. Okay. So we have tons of rods being made. This is going to make some plates. Now, what I should do is maybe go this way with that and then split. But if I keep this clean, you know, that's not too bad. You know, so this is fine. This is fine. Okay. I will have to redo this at some point, but it's not a big deal right now. And if this has, it does. So let's go ahead and put you here. Put you here. And then what we'll do is we'll put you here. Very nice. And now we shall grab the constructors. Do I need it one back? No? One forward? One forward. Just missing material. Hopefully that's it. You know, I don't want to be encroaching on the rock and that be the reason why. Because you can't blow that one up, as far as I know. You can blow up the small ones, not the big one. It would be nice though. I know it's not. They're not going to add terraforming, but they could add bye-bye big rock, you know? Maybe like the explosive rebar and the lower explosives don't do nothing, but the nuclear explosives, I mean, maybe they do clean these out. I don't know. But we shall see. So this is going to make iron plates. And this is going to make iron plates. Very happy that that fits in there well. And then what we're going to need is actually a merger going in this direction, in which if I put it in the center, is that a problem? I mean, I kind of messed up by not putting those in the right spot, but you know what, it is what it is. So we'll do this. I think I set up both of these, so we're good. And then what we'll do is we'll set up this to be right here. Plates. And what we'll need to do is set up a merger going here. And into what's going to be a splitter. And for the time being, yeah, I'm going to jump off the foundation, but we will just run directly in here instead of adding another splitter. That's what we'll do. Okay, so all of those should be hooked up. Just need to get the other power pole set up from here. Get those two hooked up and finished out. So those will make plates. These all will make rods again. Kind of forgot that I need to merge all of these. Go ahead and merge those. And what I could be doing instead here, instead of facing this way, is maybe I take this and I place it here. By locking it in place, I can do that with it being uneven and it not being a problem at all. Just go ahead and do that. That way it's here. We'll remove this one because we're just going to go straight into making the screws from here. So we'll take the 60 screws or 60 rods and turn those into some decent screws, which we're going to need reinforced iron plates. So I mean, this episode is already getting pretty long and getting late where I currently am, so what I'll probably do is actually mark some things to do on the 4th episode and get ready to do that, and just keep note of where I currently am. So yeah, let's go ahead and get a ramp right here though, for sure. Just get up here for now and just look at what we've accomplished in episode 3. Although it's been quite a long episode, we've accomplished a decent amount. You know, the copper is still where it's at and that concrete is still where it's at, but we've got a decent factory layout started for just making some rods and hopefully some screws within the next episode. Getting those knocked out and done, getting the iron plates basic setup over there, and once we get Mark II miners, you know, all of this basically getting ripped out anyway, or at least a large majority of it, to fit in some more smelters, and then get those up and running to start making some bigger things. We're going to need rotors, we're going to need smart plating, I mean, we're going to need... what else? Reinforced iron plates, the modular frames, you know, there's a lot that this iron here is going to be used for. Getting all of this set up, knowing where the basic factory is going down, this is going to house the biomass power plant that we will be using. Yeah, I might go out one on this one. We'll see. But think we'll be ending it there. So thank you guys for watching and coming to see the continued progress on this Satisfactory Let's Play. You know, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit the notifications bell down below or wherever it is. That way you can get notified whenever I post a video, which I am going to try to do at least one a day. If I can't do that, then I'll be doing one every other day, and at the very least, there's going to be a video every 3 days. There will be a video. So depending on what it is, if I, you know, don't have a lot of time to fit it in, then, you know, I'll try to pull together a satisfactory tips video where I can show you, you know, some small things. Maybe I built something crazy and I put it in a blueprint where, you know, I just built something and I want to share that with y'all. Maybe I'll be able to release those and I'll put those in a guided playthrough. or a guides kind of playlist. I do have a pretty cool and legit mining outpost blueprint that I will be releasing once I get around to it. So once we get the blueprint, we'll be able to use that blueprint that I've made for the mining outpost. Just a little building for standalone like mining situations where you have a node out randomly in the world. But just kind of ranting on at the end of the video. So for now, again, like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next one.